This is genius level filmmaking. It's a mockumentary, it's a satire with absurd humor, it is driving a social awareness, and it's also a science fiction superhero origin story, all packaged into one. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and let's talk about the latest Malayalam film, Aavasavyuham, or the Arbit documentation of an amphibian hunt. Written and directed by Krishand, co-wrote with Renoy Scaria Jose. Now, the film is a mockumentary, which is basically shooting a fictional film in the style of a documentary. And we start the film by quick cuts of different things which we'll see in the film later. Some interviews, some footages of what really happened. Quick cuts of different animals and insects, which basically establishes what we are getting into. There are a lot many things going on in the film. There are 3 different chapters. But at the end, it's all about the people. The real people. For whom this film is creating awareness for. People of this coastal area. How they are affected by the development, which is actually destroying their livelihood. The film is bringing into the limelight the issues they are facing. They could have actually made a documentary on it, or maybe there are documentaries on this subject already. They could have just shown the real issue. Why build so many characters and a story like this? Because it hits harder. The way the film adds the fiction, it elevates the story. The way the story is told, it will be remembered for a long time. And that's the real objective. If it was just a documentary, people would have seen it, maybe remember it for 2 days and forgotten about it. But not this film. And whenever they talk about this film, they'll also talk about the things the film is portraying, the issues of the people. In a way, the film has immortalized them. And that is an achievement. It's in the name itself. Mockumentary, mocking something, making fun of something. And that's what this film does. We are following this one mysterious character. We don't know where he's come from. There are different rumors about him. Who is he? And we are just exploring his narrative through 3 different incidents, through the stories told by 3 different people. We see the interviews of these people, telling their side of the story, what they witnessed, what they saw. And then we were cutting back to what really happened. And we could see who's telling the truth and who's not. And it was really ironic that one guy was sharing what happened to him, and then we cut to what really happened, which is totally opposite. This film is a perfect satire. The way it does the social commentary. The whole circus of our society is laid out in front of us. The media, the law, the people in power. And with all this, I was just loving the parallels we were getting with the expert talking about the scientific theories. That how these creatures move around. How do they hunt? How do they protect themselves? Now, by the end, the film is actually a superhero origin story, but in reality, what will happen if we have someone like that show up in a world, show up in a society? This is exactly what will happen. We will just turn it into a circus. It's another opportunity to divert people from the real issues. And we see how this mysterious character with these superpowers is an opportunity for so many people. How they are utilizing him for their selfish needs. And in all this, we also have an origin story of a villain who is top to bottom totally drowned in revenge. And what surrounds all of them is nature, which is the world building of this universe. Throughout the film, we are constantly getting information about it. Piece by piece, they are building up the world. And every time it's the nature which protects a superhero. But at the end, it's a man-made concrete prison where he ends up dead. And even the last shot of the film, we have ripped the nature out of its home and trapped them into shiny bottles for a display. This film is an example of what cinema can do. The impact you can create with effective filmmaking to drive your point ahead. And that's why this film will be remembered for a long time.